And hello, and welcome to episode 9 of Icewind Rime the Frostmaiden. I am your compassionate and also loving DM, Sarah, and before we begin, I would like to thank some of our sponsors that have made the show possible. That would include Twitch, Streamlabs OBS, and Little Dragon Core. Use exclamation point Little Dragon in chat for information, and if you use the coupon code PROBONUS at checkout, you'll receive a 10% discount on your order. Also, we would like to thank Cardboard Castle Games. If you type in CCG in the chat for more information about them, they have all sorts of tabletop and card-based games for you to peruse. Now, last time on a very special episode of Rime of the Frostmaiden, having gained admittance to the Care Dinwall Keep, Gray revealed information to Farewell about his mysterious past, and Farewell surprisingly agreed in return to some of his comments. And right as Gray shut his eyes, he had a glimpse of a memory. The group, the next morning the group reunited, and there was some sort of apology from Kavik, I guess, maybe, who knows. Words were said, and they all discovered they were in the presence of a cult of Levistus, one of the princes of hell. And after being shuffled into the soothsayer's room, they had a gleam of the future, foretelling of a dragon, a charlatan, which they knew from before, from one of the Durgar they called, and how they must explore more of Icewind Dale to grow in power before taking it head on. The soothsayer then unfortunately expired, and the adventurers panicked, causing Evander to summon a giant rat. The dust settled, and they each took a pendant after being offered membership into the knighthood. There. The group yeeted out of Cardenimal to find the druid who could restore Evander's youth. Uh, they found her, Rieta, by a small druid crab fire. She slowly opened up to the group about her self-imposed exile. She did cast a greater restoration on Evander and cured him his magical aging, and she finds hope in his attempt at restoring her, and tells Gray during his watch. As Kavik's on his watch, he gets a searing pain on his head and demand for a psi crystal in the mines, as Evander received a voice in his head telling him that he will not rest until there is compliance. And that is where our story picks up. So please, adventurers, what would you like to do during your night? I believe the druid is kind of asleep. You can't really tell, maybe Twilight kind of sleeps, kind of like hunched over by the fire. I believe Farewell is on a one of the areas by sitting across from the druid, just by the
I'm
fire.
sitting across from the druid. You probably can't tell if I'm asleep or not.
Right.
I may be, I may be not.
Gray and Anji, I believe, are asleep at this point, and Evander would be awake having heard this voice, but not raised his head yet, perhaps, but Kavik would have just clutched his head in pain from
So,
this,
like,
noise.
Farewell is just sitting there motionless, and I'm doing my watch, and then all of a sudden I keel over
I don't like this.
and, like, grabbing at my head in pain. Does Kavik or does Farewell notice this?
Shoot, notice. Do you recover immediately? Do you stay on the ground?
Like, as soon as the mental pain fades, uh, Kavik scrambles to his feet, uh, holding out, his arm, and the scorpion the that he has fashioned out of a lot of disparate parts of metal, like, seems to wake up, and its tail, like, kind of, hooks, and so he's just like looking, and he's just like aiming that spine, and then he look frantically at the lantern that he also crafted. Sarah, what color is the flame on that lantern?
Same color, the yellowish light that you're used to.
And so he starts like just kind of like holding his head and just like muttering to himself in in Goblin. He's pacing around
Farewell
the fire.
does spring up, but then stays standing, just sort of listening. And then once seeing you're not in immediate physical danger, will just hold up this,
When
understanding what
he
you're saying in Goblin. Just saying.
I find that he's muttering over and over again. They found me. They found me. How did they find me? I thought, how did they get over here? With the lantern, but like I should see them because of the lantern, but they're not here. How do they find me? Uh, and he sees you whenever you spring up, and he's got it like, but then he pulls back. He doesn't fire at you, and he sees the who card, and he's like, it doesn't matter. It, it doesn't really matter right now. Can you just finish the rest of this watch for me? Okay, grand. I owe you one, and he's going to take his lantern and like do a couple of laps, like concentric circles around the campsite, getting slowly, further and further away. Uh, Doing maybe about 6 or 7 circles, getting a little bit further apart, until he just is finally, I guess, satisfied by what he's seeing or not seeing, carrying his lantern the whole way. Uh, and then comes back and settles himself back in the tent. And that'll be the end of Kavak's watch.
I'll stay outside finishing up the last of the watch, going into mine. And as Kavak walks back into camp, hold up this.
Okay.
To him.
Are you asking if I, can convince people of things? Like, do I have the blarney? No, it's not really what my people do. It's that's another kind of people. You might try some kind of mountain cat. It's got a very different accent.
Points at you. And holds up the card again.
I'm not Blarney. Sorry. And he goes back into the tent, and tries to find something to drink within his pack. I'm not sure if I have any. Do I have a flask or anything? Let me check my.
I would imagine you have a flask of, some fine whiskey or something that you've been holding on to for a while or something like that. Like,
yeah, I've got some Blue Label hidden somewhere.
Yeah, nice. Evander, would you have made any reaction to hearing that voice in your head?
Hearing the voice in my head would not be anything particularly new for Evander. So when it comes, it's more of just someone who's gently waking you from your sleep, and he'll spend the next few hours just trying his best to fall back asleep, rolling over, trying to get comfortable. During his time, if it seems like he cannot fall back asleep and it seems that there's another hour or so left in the night, then he would spend the rest of that time just using his arcane discovery to try and recall how to see invisibility. And he'll learn that for the next 4 hours.
Right.
So I guess
While
for
you do that,
up
you
to 3
do
hours
notice
afterwards.
Kavik coming into the tent and rummaging through his stuff in a state. So
Yeah, I pull out my water skin and just start drinking deep from that water skin. But there's no water inside.
Something
It's
spooked
all the
you out
water of
there?
life. Uh, he hears you. He hears you speak and kind of jerks, holding the skin. It's like, oh no, I didn't see anything, and just like
That's
it
some
takes a
wonderful
long.
phrasing. You do
It's
seem
like
agitated.
you seem agitated.
Sometimes.
Why doesn't everyone just leave me alone and go back to sleep?
Sure. See you in the morning then.
And so he just kind of like he doesn't quite get REM sleep, but he will doze from time to time. You know, occasionally jerking awake and looking around for his lantern.
all
But
right,
that's just kind of he spends the rest of the night getting some rest, but not very. It's very fitful rest.
Evander, you would have had the next watch anyway, I believe.
I thought I had the last watch.
It
Yeah,
would have
he
been
would
the
have had the
two
third
rats,
watch.
I think. I think it was
Oh,
the
okay.
two
Yeah,
rats. And I
sorry, we
was
were
trying
on
to see.
two. Never
Okay.
mind. I can't count, apparently.
All right, and then Gray had the first one. Very well, you would have had the last watch though.
Yeah, I had the last one. So, yeah,
Yeah.
at the end of the second, I'll go and wake up Evander.
Okay.
Wake up Evander.
Yeah.
Then, since Evander had that earlier interaction with Kavik, during his watch he would instead try to learn detect thoughts instead of
Okay.
See invisibility.
That is a-okay. What did I just do with my piece? Oh, there it is. Alright, and both of your watches pass without any incident, so you have detect thoughts. And you wake up. And, sorry, just making a note. The sky begins to lighten. And, let's see. Can everyone get into Roll20? Because I might be using maps today,
Oh.
please.
Totally forgot about that.
And then, yeah, so you see the druid, just sitting there. She kind of, like, looks a little more alert, sits up straighter. Yeah, so the day is yours. She doesn't look too talkative again, she just kind of sits there, kind of humming to herself.
I figure we'll be on our way then. Is that fine with us, group?
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Kavik
I'm
is
going
looking
to.
really rough. Like he's got a lot of like hair loose, you know, from not being tied up, and got kind of red circles around under his already red face, uh, and just reeks of the finest whiskey.
Evander
I'm
looks
pointing at
tired too.
Kavik.
Okay.
Pointing
We
at
have
Kavik
issues?
quite emphatically.
Oh,
Pointing over at Kevin.
okay, I get on my tiptoes, which I think reaches up to, Farewell's chest, maybe, but I try and whisper to her as best as I can.
I'm pretty tall.
Do you think we should handle this before or after we leave? There's issues is whatever. Now, okay.
Looks for card. No card.
All right. Breakfast. Should we have breakfast first before we take off?
Sure, but I figure we should sort out these issues. I mean, farewell is certainly one to guide us in correct directions from time to time.
Right. I was thinking we can go sort of at the same time. Maybe do something productive.
I hold up a card that says, I don't have it here, but I hold up a card that says communications and put it right in Kavik's face. And slowly pull it back so everybody else can see it.
He's just like glaring.
I flick it a couple times, put it away.
He's like glaring at the whole world. The only issues that I have is a distinct lack of bacon. All right? Can we just have some breakfast and get on our way?
No, what I'm saying is we can do both. We can have breakfast, get everyone in a good mood, and then communicate at the same time. Druid, can you conjure us up some bacon?
Druid kind of looks at you. Questioningly, gently. And, in her hand, it glows like a bright white, and you see, 8 good berries there. Well, you don't know what they are. 8 berries there.
That's something. I'll start passing it around to folks. All right, we can all take a seat. And all right, Kavik, I guess you can start. What in the world is Farewell talking about?
Wait, I'm sorry. Were you casting something?
Should be 10.
So Evander, at this point, especially with the question from Anji, would cast Detect Thoughts on Kavik. So that would be a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Gray and Farewell would check your Roll20, and by the way, it tastes like all the summer berries in the world combined in this one single bite. It is absolutely delicious. So
don't eat fruit.
What happened to my Roll20?
That's a big 10.
Oh, there it is.
So that's a failure then.
Oh, bummer.
I guess then the natural progression would be when you're being questioned about the last night. What would those thoughts be?
Running the does Kavik notice that you're rummaging around in his
only if you
fail? But I did fail.
Or sorry, only if the spell fails.
So you very successfully ninja into Kavik's mind. And within the...
I would like to actually take that back. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind.
Kavik lets out a saw-edged keen of despair. And, grabs his lantern, grabs his pack, and bolts into the wood. And in his head...
There's only snow.
Yeah, just whatever direction is away from Evander, he just hoofs it through the snow. And the thoughts that you have running through his head are frantic and fractured, but they are as follows. Psy Gem, or Psy Crystal, they found me. How did they find me? And then those 3 things over and over as he is just running through the snow.
Ooh, give me a wisdom saving throw, I think. Hold on, let me check one thing real quick.
Again?
Yeah, give me another one, hold on.
Does that spell?
It's kind of unclear. One section where it says either way the target knows that you're probing into its mind.
Yeah.
That could be. I think what I was mistakenly reading into was if I was trying to probe deeper than surface level.
Yeah, no,
But-
they know if you probe deeper than surface level, but so that means you actually can hear all of our surface level thoughts.
Yeah, and then I would have been trying to probe deeper into Kavix,
Kavix
which he
specifically.
would have noticed, but still lost. Either way, doesn't change.
Yeah.
Wisdom save coming up. That's a 13.
Farewell seems to be asking, like, motioning to everybody and then pointing over a direction Kavik ran.
Yeah, as you get about 50, 60 feet away from that area, you feel yourself paralyzed as the druid just holds up her hand.
Oh, great. Yeah, so I just like, they're in me, they're in me, they're in me, and then
And she turns to Gray and says, I hope that's not wrong, but he should not be running away like that.
Gray has at some point eaten that berry and no one was the wiser. He gets up.
I saw
to,
you.
Yeah, you're all very
You
cold.
see, you know.
Distracted by Kavik running into the
Gray will kind of groan and get up, and he'll say, if he ran off like that, he'd probably just freeze to death. So no.
Exactly.
Let me see. Just wait here. I'll whistle for the dogs to come with me, and I wanna walk out there to Kavik.
Okay.
like, am I completely like Petrificus Totalis?
You're
or...
paralyzed and you cannot move or speak.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
technically
can still see, but
you
Yeah.
can you can keep trying to save against it. When I get over to Kavik, I'll put a hand on his shoulder and look back at the druid to.
She releases the spell. Kavik, you can move again.
I'm just thrashing, and I see Gray, and I grab a hold of his armor, and like with a desperate kind of strength, like pull myself up, like looking into his blank black eye slit.
beautiful eyes.
And just like my eyes are huge and just darting everywhere.
Stop
You
looking
see,
at
like,
me with them big old eyes.
You don't understand.
I
If
don't.
they catch me, they will kill me.
If you run out into this, you're gonna kill yourself.
Freezing to death will be far better.
I don't think you want to die at all.
No, I've got too much to do. Gray, you can't let them get me.
Okay.
Promise.
Do I get to know who they are?
All right. I'll tell you. I'll tell all of you what I know. That he points the finger back at the fire, back over at Evander's. And you stay the hell out of my mind.
Oh, is
Sorry.
that what it was? I thought it was the berries. Oh, okay. That's better.
No, he keeps digging around in my thoughts.
Had I not done that, would you have been willingly sharing this information? I think not.
Like he's just looking at his scorpion and just like growling deep in his throat, and he tries to make his way back to the campfire and then everybody else. And he sits down just holding the lantern next to him. And it says, I have not been in the 10 towns for very long. And I don't know how I got here. All I remember is waking up somewhere with my mind feeling like someone had taken an axe and drove it right down the middle. I can remember flashes of light and strange figures surrounding me, but never saying a word. But their voices echoing in my mind. I woke up covered in snow, surrounded by pieces of strange metal. And the only thing I could think was, they can't get me again. So I crafted a sled and rode down the mountains into the 10 towns. And I've been hiding ever since. I don't know who they are. I know that they want me to get some type of crystal for them. But I cannot face that again. I cannot close my eyes without feeling the pain. I'll never go back to them, whoever they are. Please, you got to help me. You got to protect me. Because I cannot protect myself. And he buries his head in his hands and like starts for the first time like sobbing hobgoblin tears. And
go ahead.
it's just having a complete breakdown.
Anji just get up and very carefully go change her seat to be next to yours, and very gently, almost like tentatively, like puts a hand just sort of like softly on your shoulder.
He flinches, but then realizes
takes her hand away.
If he realizes it's just you, and then relaxes.
And she places her hand back on your shoulder and says, if you remember a couple nights ago, we had a conversation about how I believed we would all be better together. And I do truly believe that. I don't know, as much as you don't know, what the hell you're talking about, who these people are, or what you think has gotten into your head, or has messed with you, or is trying to kill you, but Farewell's an absolute monster, Gray's a tank, Evandra's scary as all get out, and you're the smartest damn person I've ever met. If there's a group of people, and if this druid wants to come along, heck yeah. You're not going to die. As long as you don't run out in the snow by yourself, I think you're going to be just fine.
And he takes his head out of his hands and he looks over at you, and you see genuine gratitude for the first time. That just like all of his walls have been broken down, and he just looks at you and goes, "Thank you, Miss Anji."
Together we're going to do it. We're going to find your damn Charlatan, and hell, why don't we kill whoever it is who's after you in the meantime? We'll make a day of it.
We'll have a picnic.
Exactly.
I love picnics.
You want another berry?
It's not exactly meat.
We'll find you some
But-
bacon. We'll find you some bacon for the celebratory. How
Oh,
does that sound to everyone else?
Going after these people? That's the plan?
No, I think we just keep doing what we're doing, looking for the Chardolin, doing all this crazy stuff in 10 towns. And if these people happen to show up, which it sounds like they're on their way, then we just.
I point at Kavik.
what do I want? I want to find that Chardolin. I don't want to find the Psi Crystal, but perhaps we need to, because if we have something they want, we might be able to bargain with them or possibly use it as bait.
It appears they want to use you. Well, last night I was awoken to voices in my own head telling me that I cannot rest until he complies. So I can only assume that's you. Otherwise, nobody benefits anything by getting into my head.
So they're in your head too.
Yes, but they're not alone.
Well, perhaps I can devise a plan or a stratagem to trap them. And then Anji's right.
Getting
can
that
kill
Psi
them.
Crystal is bait. Doesn't sound like a bad start, especially if it's affecting a lot of no rest. I don't know if that means literal or not, but that doesn't exactly sound.
Could
Good.
be a threat. Last night I did not have quite the restful night I had hoped for, but could also be just one night. Do we even know what this crystal is? Kavik, do you know?
Do I know?
Let's see what you know about this.
Can I make some type of check?
You can make an intelligence check.
That's my jam.
You know what it is.
Don't even need to check. Oh, it went behind my computer. Hold still. All right, that is a 15 plus 3 for 18.
Okay. First of all, you would know that they are quote unquote picking on Evander because he is size sensitive. If that makes sense.
They're bullying him.
They're cyber bullying him.
They know they only pick on people that are like they only speak to people that are size sensitive, so they would know Evander was size sensitive kind of thing.
Mm.
So that's how they were able to contact him and no one else in the party but you and him.
Oh, jeez.
Second of all, the Psi Crystal you would know. Let's see, where was this exactly? Would be needed for them. It's needed for the. Oh, we lost Dave. Dave's back. Okay. So it would be needed for them to operate. You don't know much because it wasn't really explained to you so much. But you know that they need it for how they got here. How
to
they got
make
you.
something work.
Yeah. So.
All right. I would convey what I know to the group. Also noting that if they're targeting Evander because of his psychic capabilities, that a crystal like this might be a valuable tool against them with somebody with psychic capabilities.
This is true.
Well, then the next question is, do you know where it is or how to get it?
They said something about a mine. Does anyone know anything about a mine?
Anji, since you were here before everyone else, make a intelligence or survival check or wisdom, intelligence or wisdom check, and then intelligence or survival check. Sorry, and then Evander, I will let you decide whether you would have known about the area of 10 towns, because I forget if you said your family kind of kept you out of the way, or if you would have known about 10 towns beforehand.
Baby, that's a 17.
Okay, you would know. Evander, you want to make the roll, or you wouldn't know?
Yeah, Evander would be familiar with the area, especially if it's more like if this is somewhere in like the vicinity of like the spine of the world. I'm gonna give you the roll either way.
Okay.
But if this is somewhere in the vicinity of the spine of the world, then he would know about it. But otherwise, no.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, that's an 8 anyway.
Alright. Well, at least Anji would know that where you're near, Termalaine actually is famous for its mine system. Kind of to the west of you. That's where a lot of your imports and exports come from that are mined in the 10 towns.
Right, I'll go ahead and relay that. There's quite a few mine systems near here, actually, near Tourmaline, so perhaps one of those? Or, I don't know, unless it's more specific and special.
Well, I say we go in and investigate this Termalaine and see what we can gain access to this mine. Gray, you've been typically silent. You have any thoughts?
Well, I don't know nothing about crystals and weird people talking in your head and all of that. I'm kind of a simple man. But I came to this group because the only thing that I was better at being than a soldier was a guardian, keeping someone safe. So, you tell me one more time. You said that if you can get all of these little doodads and thingamawhatsits that you want, you said you can do just damn near about anything. That's what you said.
Yes. I don't know what I'd build, but if I could get enough Chardolin, I could build something amazing.
Then my deal for you is this. You're gonna build something for me. You're gonna figure something out for me because I need a smart person. And if you do that, if you promise to do that, then I'm not going to let a damn person touch you.
What is it? What do you need?
I need something that can take me really far away. Back home.
I could do that.
Really far.
And he kind of grins his inventor's smile, which has way too many teeth, and just says, "Let's go get them."
Fine. That goes for the rest of you too. You pull your weight, and no one's freaking touching you. That's what I do. That and I
And
pull the sled.
he stands up. He's looks kind of awkward for a second, and then just like clamps his arms around you, and then just like lets go, and then just walks away, back to the tent.
Okay. Go team. If there are any more of those berries, it was really good.
I agree.
I hand you mine.
Yeah. Druid has other one, 3 more. Cast it again, I guess. And she's gonna take a minute and speak to Gray and Elvish and say, the young one, does he need help?
I think everyone needs help. Don't think he'll ask for it.
She kind of smiles dryly. She gets out a feather and begins to mutter. And then she gently reaches out and beckons for Evander to come touch her hand.
Evander would do so, somewhat reluctantly, but
Get
would
tickled.
extend.
Yes. And you now have for 8 hours foresight.
Oh, what is that? That sounds fun. What does that do?
That's a 9th level spell.
She ain't shitting you guys. She's a high level druid. For the duration,
So good.
you touch a willing creature and bestow a limited ability to see into the immediate future. For the duration, the target can't be surprised and has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration.
Quick, let's get in a fight.
Do I feel any different?
You feel like you can see a little sharper.
Evander will just...
Like your mind, like if you were high, man, and like your mind was just like expanded, and you were like, whoa. No, you just feel like a little sharper, and
You can
like,
feel the whole earth, man.
yeah, like, you feel like if you
high
said,
definition.
yeah, exactly, like just a
You
little
see
more
the world in
enlightened.
1080p.
Yeah, like those glasses that you can buy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then Evander
But you've
would-
always imagined an elf to see in. That's what you're
Pretty
seeing
much,
as.
Evander would just blink his beady, soulless eyes and just in infernal, just thank you. And then we'll just like shuffle away, kind of uncomfortable with this like semi-sweet moment.
Mm. She'll turn back to Gray and say in Elvish, give that one a chance to grow. Will you?
I guess just because I'm too old for it doesn't mean other people are.
There's hope for you too yet.
He was like probably saying that while like picking up like and putting his things away. And then
Yeah.
when she says that, there's like a pause in like getting his bag together. And then like throws it over his shoulder.
As there is hope for me. And she kind of smiles. I will be around.
Thank you.
I will keep tabs. Should you need me.
All right. Everyone get your axe beaks. 2 of them are still tied to this damn sled. Let's go. Get your
Farewell's
bags.
already
all
sitting on
right.
her ass beak, just
Ooh.
like waiting for
Ooh.
everybody else to catch up.
Ouch, that one's smart.
Gray
Ooh.
waits for the family to pile into the minivan
Yeah.
as they're going on
Someone's gonna have to
vacation.
give me a boost, honestly. I mean, we know this is the whole. Somebody, come on, give me a boost.
Okay, yeah, great.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we're ready. Now we can get on going.
Yeah.
Kids.
We finished packing up our tents and our bags, and
Where's my Nintendo?
Kavik. Oh gosh, one of those.
Who has the toll
Kavik-
money? Sorry.
Kavik mounts up. It's okay. We got a fast pass.
You can make it there in about 5 hours on the Axe Peaks. So.
Nice.
Let's get to stepping.
The
Enough
druid
time
would
for
have
1.5
pointed you in the
implied
right
movies.
direction.
I'd ask if the druid wants the last axe beak, but I feel like she I feel like she can get places she needs to go. So.
She smiles at you and says, "Yes, there is hope."
She becomes a Boeing 747.
She might.
No, wait, Boeing's not been doing too.
That's true. Actually, that's not a great reference in the current timeline, but
So
Let's go.
She turns into a giant snow pterodactyl, and
Oh. Actually,
no.
this was gonna be my surprise. She was, as you go away over the horizon, you hear a massive roar, and over your heads goes a silver dragon into the sky, and she flies off.
I don't think we were gonna be able to kill her.
So,
I think that was wishful thinking.
let me see.
Well, hell. Hey guys, a silver dragon that's not dead.
Exciting. So your time passes, and from your other times in the snow, I'm gonna retcon this a bit, because I forgot about the amulets that you guys had. You do
Mhm.
not feel cold at all in your possession of them. Anja, you feel cold. You put yours in a bag of holding, because it clashed with your outfit. I didn't want to make a decision for you.
right, that's fair.
Yeah,
Everyone
I'm
else?
cold as well. 'Cause
Everyone
mine
else?
is also in the back holding.
Okay, you feel cold as well. Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure something.
Yeah, people that have theirs is
Yes.
Kavik, Evander, and I.
Yeah,
If it has
I'm
been
not wearing
carried,
it, but I've got it.
if it's been carried on your person or in your carried on your person, you feel warm, and you have a little light around it.
The boys, we're feeling pretty toasty. Ladies, a little cold.
Okay.
Lady and robot.
Yeah.
Lady and robots.
Lady and lady robot.
Lady and ladybot.
Ladybot.
And fembot.
Fembot.
No. Let's just speed past that one.
Okay.
Let's just speed past that one.
All right.
I don't know what I just said, but I think it's funny. So we go. Yeah.
Yeah, we go.
All right. So you
Are we
guys,
friends
it's another chilly day on the pretty much tundra. You know, there are some valleys of snow and stuff like that, but it's pretty cold. Just flat out cold, bitter. Even though you have the amulets, it's still bitter against your face, even though you feel this inner warmth. So it's just a bitterly cold day out. No sun, just light in the sky rising. So you reach Termalaine by noon. Say around noon to 1. If you're traveling straight there, it's around noon to 1 if you got up around 8 or so. So, I will take you to Termalaine. Oops. No one can see this map.
I can see a map.
Okay, there we go. And obviously
Yep.
you aren't to scale, you're not the size of a building, but I could not
I
fix
am.
that.
One can dream.
But why not?
If you look on my character sheet, Gray is like 20 feet tall,
Ah,
and like arms can go around a city block.
I believe.
Gray is the Gundam. There's a little guy inside. That's been the secret the whole time.
Yeah, that could still be the secret. There could be a
It
smaller
could
guy inside.
legitimately be the secret.
With all kinds of levers and buttons and.
I'm a gnome armorer artificer. Actually, Gray is just no.
doesn't-
Okay.
That would be a really cool idea.
Oh yeah.
File that away.
All right. Another day. Another 10 10.
Well, it couldn't be worse than the last one.
Absolutely not.
I knock on the sled.
I suggest, should we? I know this is where most of the imports and exports sort of derive from when it comes to mining and mining supplies. Should we perhaps talk to the mayor, whoever runs this place, see kind of maybe how we can get in and do a little look around?
First, I think we need to find a stable to keep.
Okay, well,
our
that's,
beasts.
yes, of course.
And then I think the best guess to finding information is to find some type of local establishment where we might learn some things.
All right, the standard tavern crawl. Well, I suppose we could do that.
And need to get more feed for the axe beaks. Maybe more rations.
Is there a reason we can't just go to the mines? Granted, I'm new here, but I can't rest until Kavik complies.
I think it's more trying to find which mine or mine shaft is most likely going to hold our prize before we just start searching through tunnels and collapsible hallways and things.
And
Sure.
if
Yeah, I'm pointing at Angie like, you got it.
and if our axe
You
beaks
got it.
if our axe beaks starve to death while we're trying to find it, then we're SOL. So
Fair enough.
We'll do it as quickly as possible. That is on our minds for sure. That stables perception.
make a stable perception check.
So maybe
Sarah, you're muted.
maybe
Sarah's
part of us can
Thank
find
you.
a stable, and the other part can go and find a place where we can get some information.
Mm.
Sorry, I just forgot to put that on
I
the map.
will
It didn't
volunteer
just
to go chat it up. Does anyone else want to come with me to the first sort of blue collar bar we find?
Sure.
Make either a survival or charisma check, because I will say that you can charisma your way into town, like if you see someone and just talk to them. To me that makes sense, and instead of like tracking where the bar is. And then the other people, who's going to feed the axe beaks and stable them? Okay, the three of you. Alright, that's fine. So, you guys split up. Did you Vander and Anji, you can make separate charisma rolls, or one can give advantage to the other if you're trying to help.
I already have advantage.
Oh, right.
I'll just let you
So
take
I got
it. I
19.
made a roll and it was blah.
Okay.
Angel boy.
I'm still like shivering, kind of chattering. Is anyone new?
Seeing the future all day.
Yeah, but a 19, I imagine, can direct us.
Oh yes, it's over called the Blue Clam. It's by the docks, they say. And you can see that on your map, and it's right northwest of you, slightly northwest, so you can make your way down the streets. And the three of you easy enough to find a building as you come into the east side of the city. See one that looks like it has some axe beaks and a couple horses and stuff there, so a few dogs as well. They ask if you want to kennel your dogs with the pack there, Gray, or if you want to keep them by your side.
They can stay with me.
Alright, well,
Thank
for all
you.
your axe beaks, food, and you said you'll be needing extra rations for them?
Some feed.
2 gold for all of them.
Sure.
I flipped 2 gold.
Okay.
He's like in the middle of getting the like coin person's like, thanks.
I'll give you 5 extra rations for the axe beaks when you leave. Alright.
Thank you.
And if you ask him, he'll tell you where the blue clam is too, where else you can meet up. When you get to the blue clam, you notice that it is absolutely beautiful. Inside, the walls are full of hung decorated objects made out of scrimshaw, which you two, being closer to the area, would know is the bones of the knucklehead trout, which is the big resource out of 10 towns. A knuckleheaded trout is a huge fish, and it's like ivory scrimshaw, so it is absolutely gorgeous.
So scrimshaw is, if any of our viewers don't know, I will Jimsplain.
Okay.
Is where they take a piece of bone. Normally, it was in the real world. It was done with large pieces of whale bone, and they would take a very finely pointed knife and carve very delicate designs into the bone, pour ink over it, and wipe the ink off. And so in the grooves that you would have carved would remain a kind of a dark relief of the art, and it was a very common way to pass the time on ships.
Thank you. So there's a half orc behind the bar who nods at you as you walk in. What can I do you for?
Afternoon. Do you have any wine or something along those lines? Sort of pale ale, perhaps?
Well, yes, we've got a little both. Not much. But
Well, just a little.
IPAs are not good. They're not good. I gotta say it. I gotta
my taste. Okay.
Hot
well, I'll have the hoppiest IPA you have.
I
Okay,
hate
what
hop-
about you?
Anything that could potentially knock me out would be, I guess, helpful for us.
Alright.
Just a double of your strongest stuff, then neat. Come on, Amanda, just take a seat. How are you doing today, Mr. Bartender?
Doing okay. A little worried about some town business, but to be expected around here, right? 10 towns. And he pours you a glass of light wine. Very pale, like a Pinot Grigio colored wine, and pass it over to you, Anji. There's not much left in the bottle. Like you said, he's got some stuff, a lot of stuff, but it's just small amounts of it, so he gives you a bit of that. And he'll measure a couple fingers for you of what looks to be a very, very dark bourbon. And kind of gives that over to Evander.
Business is all right, or having trouble with kind of, getting your supply?
No, that's good here. But always trouble near the mine.
Oh, don't mean to be nosy, just sort of curious. What sort of trouble?
There are some
A mine,
miners
you
went.
say?
Some
Like
miners.
we're being slick, but the bartender's like, a bunch of well-armed people just came. We're just having all this problems.
Yeah, just
At
trouble
the
in the
mine.
mines. Yep.
I feel like the bartender's actually being the
Everyone
slick
feels
one here.
really smart right now.
It really says you are entirely too prepared for trouble, or you hear about the mine in the book. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? Just ask you about the mine, I guess. Here you go.
See?
Here you go. You seem entirely too prepared for trouble. Are you here about the mine?
Oh yes, actually, what a fun coincidence! Isn't that right, Evander?
Like, I'm trying to make it more interesting than that, but that's the hook. Oh my god. So,
I literally didn't know that and was like, it seems kind of...
We're kind of here about a particular mine, honestly, but go ahead and explain to me what your problem is, and maybe it'll line up with our interests.
oh well, the gem mine is our big export here, and we're having some trouble. A couple of miners went missing a few days ago, but that happens on occasion on account of us being, close to the Underdark. But a small group of kobolds entered a few days ago, and everyone else abandoned their jobs since then. So if you could get rid of those kobolds, why, we'd be in a great debt of gratitude to you. This is so generic, I hate it.
Can't win them all.
Yeah.
Listen,
Well,
we've got ulterior motives, so it's all good.
Pardon my ignorance, but what specifically do you export from these mines? Crystals of sorts, or ingots, or...
Oh, tourmalines, mostly, and some other types of gems. Maybe some sort of amethysts, rubies, emeralds if we got them. The occasional diamond shows up.
anything, sort of with a value other than necessarily monetary? Something maybe a little bit...
Let's see.
strange, unusual, magical,
She
special,
just, wiggles her
scary.
fingers, and, a couple of little lights and sparks kind of jump off them,
Easy, breezy, beautiful.
cover girl?
Cycrystal.
Cycrystal!
Nothing too expensive beyond the diamonds, or magical, but occasionally we get a creeper from the Underdark, but nothing too much. Nothing like a demon or anything.
Well, we certainly
Demon?
wouldn't
Why
want
would you
that.
say demon?
Well, while we're here, you said in a debt of gratitude. What does that mean? In a more literal sense.
Well, I hear that Oris, the townspeaker, was giving out 100 gold a person that made their way down there to help.
All right.
Clear out the
thank
trouble.
you for the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few others planning to join us in a moment. We'll discuss and see if we can come to an agreement, I suppose.
Should we meet
Right.
with them before heading down so they know to prepare a certain amount of gold, or would this be on the way back? Is it per person who makes it out alive?
Yes. Anyone that makes it out alive and clears out the trouble. I could have my kitchen hand run and tell the speaker if you're interested in taking up the job.
Sure. Should we,
And
There's
then
10 of us in our party, so...
So 1,000? Okay. Alright, that might be a little steep for us, but I'll have them told. And he
Thank
kind
you
of goes
very
to the
much.
back. And at this time, the three of you can walk in if you choose to have found your way to the tavern.
Evander will actually whisper to Anji, well, I can make three animals appear, and if they're druids, what? Oh well.
Look, honestly, we'll just take the
Two.
money and go. It seems too easy. I guess the druid plan sounds wonderful. Why not? Oh, here's three of them right now. Come on in,
we're
guys.
friends with-
Welcome to the Blue
We're friends
Clam. Look
with
how
three
beautiful the
small,
decorations are.
reclusive druids.
All right, I got all the axe beaks. Why are you looking at me?
Do you want a drink?
I always want to drink.
Another
Agreed.
one of what you got for Evander, please, bartender. Actually, two more. I think Kavak's gonna want something similar.
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah, exactly. Is bourbon all right?
Ugh.
All right with me.
Alright, he'll pour out another bourbon for a couple fingers of that, and then he goes in the back and
Pick
finds
up my
a
straw.
straw of bourbon.
Oh, drinking bourbon with a straw.
Yes, Hans.
It allows me to drink with
God.
you. What do you want? He wanted me to use the straw. I'm trying it out. I wear
I
a
approve.
helmet. Unless you can get me set up with one of those like beer cozy hats attached to my
Nope.
helmet. And
Oh my god, no.
Careful what you wish for.
he was number one.
Thank you, Bit Fairy, for
Well,
bits.
It
Thank
does
you,
appear
Big
that we
Fairy.
do have at least some course of action in the city. We're going to try to head down into the mines. They've been having some problems with various undead or underdog. In any case, people are dead, and we just need to go down there and clear out a mine. Perhaps find this crystal there.
Sounds kind of straightforward. I'm all right with that.
How's everyone feeling? Do you want to just go ahead and get on it?
Kavak, he pours you a fine aged, 18-year aged whiskey.
Ooh.
I'll
I was gonna-
I'll kind of shake my sleeve a little bit, and maybe there's a small bit of moisture or water. I'll squeeze one or two drops into the whiskey, and then I'll take a drink.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, you got like a little crystal light pack there? You got some little Mio water infusions?
Yeah.
No, you guys have never had watered whiskey before?
Yes, all the time, but never from my, like, sweat sleeve. What are you talking about?
It's not sweat, it's ice.
I could have just gotten you
We're-
some ice from
That's fine.
back, but
He's the
that'll,
innovative type.
I
All right, everyone, drink
That'll
up.
be
We've got a
5
mine to rest
gold.
all right,
do.
all right.
that'll be 5
No, I-
gold for the drinks. 5 gold for the drinks.
Fine.
Still gross what you did there with that whiskey. That was
Just
that
I
was really
put
good
5
whiskey.
I put 5 gold on the bar, but before I like take my hand off of it, I did want to lean in and ask, okay, so you got a mine. Does that mean you have a smith here?
Yes.
All right. Where would I find him?
Just south of here, second pier down. Right across
Alright,
from there.
Wonderful. Thank you. 5 gold for him.
Thank you. And he scoops that into his hand and says, "You're welcome here anytime." By the way, there's a east is a inn if you're staying called the East Side, and up by the road you'll find the gem mine. But if you want to go to the town hall, that's also slightly east from here. When you get back from the mine, or you want to talk to the speaker beforehand, that's where you'll go.
All
right.
I'm guessing you two already discussed that this is paid.
Oh,
Yes. we talked about the payment, how it's all going to be settled. Don't worry about it. And I'll share the information with the rest of our group too once we meet up with them outside.
All 10 of you, that's a lot of people, but, you know, the more the merrier, I say, so good luck with you.
Sometimes just strength in numbers, that's how
Right.
we, in this dangerous frozen world. All right, gang, let's get moving.
I love it.
Hey, that would require a new helmet design, but I'm not opposed to it.
I also have written on. You can't see it on the tiny cans, but it says IPA.
No!
Yeah!
No!
The bitter juice.
You're trying to kill me.
I don't even like beer that much, but just how much you push back against the IPA.
I don't like IPAs either. They taste like gross.
I've done so many jobs at breweries, and they're like, "We have the best IPA," and I'm like, "Do you? Really?" Anyway, we don't need to get into that. We can go.
Do we want to head to get more information about this first, or we would just want to dive in? I don't know if it would necessarily change our course of action.
Honestly, I don't. Here's my thing. Okay, we're outside, right? And I'm just gonna assume you kind of brought this up in character, but like.
Yes, I said that all as
very much in character. But, I'm not sure how much sort of the average layperson is going to recognize something like a psi crystal. And him saying that the mines are relatively close to the Underdark, whatever that is, seems fairly suspicious.
Are you asking about the other members of our party?
No, I'm just regarding getting more information about this whole thing.
No, I think he means farewell.
Oh, farewell?
Farewell was saying who?
I'm curious as well. Where are the other 5 members of our
Right.
party?
I just sort of awkwardly direct everyone 5 steps even further away from the bar. Not that it's even gonna matter, but just let's just get a little further back. Okay, here's the thing. Since we've kind of established sort of a sense of honesty and camaraderie in the past 6 hours between the 5 of us, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. He said they're paying 100 gold per person that makes it out of the mine alive and cleans it up. So I kind of might have told him that we have 10 people in our group, just for a little boost in funds. They said it'd be tight, but that they could make it happen. And since last time we made a deal with the town, it didn't go well, I kind of figure we're due. So there's 10 members and 3 of them are druids.
Perhaps maybe as we're accomplishing this mission, a few of the members of our party tragically didn't make it. But we'll collect on their behalf anyway. We'll collect on their behalf.
The payment is only if you make it back alive.
Oh, right.
Well, if we make it out with 5, oh, how tragic it would be to lose half the number of people you went in with, and, well, we might need therapy or extra drinks or something. In any case, we can...
Did he say free drinks?
Or just the other 5 are somewhere resting up after the excursion. Look, well, I have one nifty trick if we really need to solidify it. How many people are on the street right now?
It's not a very busy town, but as you walk down, are you walking south a little? Towards the town hall and down the docks, you see some fishermen. You see about if you look from the Blue Clam, if you look this way, you see some more people congregating towards the town hall. It's maybe 12 people total. 6 on the fishing. 6 on the fishing side, 6 in your town hall.
Well, if we need to solidify, maybe there's another person for sure. I can, and I'll just go ahead and I'm looking at everyone. I'll go ahead and just change my face so it looks like, I don't know, George Clooney.
Ah, very nice.
And I can do that with the rest of my body too. So if we could just say,
I push down Kavik's arm.
Okay.
Just gently, I put it in front of you so you can see it, and I push it down.
George Clooney scares me too, buddy.
Really? Good looking guy.
No, that was just to make him feel better.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Anji,
saying. Pretend to be another person. Anji's back at the inn resting after the whole mine excursion, and also 3 of us are druids, and there's another one. It's just another thing to add on to the whole facade.
I have no
are
doubt that you
you
and I could lie
still
our way out of
Anji?
any situation.
Am I still Anji?
Aye.
Well, yes. I mean, I guess when George Clooney, you could call me Rupert now at this point. But I'm still Anji on the inside.
Could you please warn me before you do that? It freaks me out.
I'm sure. Yes, I'll warn you. I just wanted to. Okay, just presenting the option, but yes, absolutely. Next time with fair warning, and well, it'll depend if we're in sort of a weird situation. But I'll try and give you as much warning as possible.
All right. Is this some kind of magic you can do?
See, yes, I guess.
Look,
We'll have to get into it some other time. But I guess getting close to the smith at this point.
Yes.
oh,
If you're walking south, yes. If you're walking to the town hall, not yet.
I don't know why you'd need a smith.
because I wanted to get some metal so that you can work on my armor.
Well,
Ooh.
in that case, let's go find this hack.
That was smooth as hell.
Yeah. So you make it towards a couple buildings south of you, and you enter in, and you see another beautifully decorated interior, and this time with different weapons, different pieces of armor laid out, and there's this really dingy looking, not dingy but dirty looking dwarf behind this anvil right now. And you open the door and the wind gusts and he says, "Be with you in a moment!" And ting! Ting! And then he puts it in water. And he puts a pair of tongs in the water. And he comes out and he dusts his hands off on a dirtier leather apron and says, "Can I help ye?"
Mayhaps. It's always weird, because, like, it's always weird when you're, like, the one person buying something, but the whole party kind of walks in with you. I'm looking for... I need to get some work done on some armor.
He looks at you.
Uh,
Looks a
or
bit
just-
dinged up there.
yeah. Not
What's-
keeping me as safe as it used to.
Alright, well I can give you an estimate if you take the armor off, and hand it over at some point. I can inspect it, then make some improvements to it.
That's not really necessary. I think perhaps we might instead make a kind of purchase of some raw materials from you. My friend's a wee bit shy. He's got helmet hair. And I'm his personal armorer, and I'd be happy to make any of the necessary adjustments to my friend's harness here. We're just needing some metal.
You have a forage, do you? Got an anvil with you. Pocket size?
Something like that. I can get the tools that I need.
Alright.
And he kind of grins to himself, very self-satisfied.
Alright, well. Kinda looks you up and down, Kavik. He's an older dwarf. You know, kinda wiry. I mean, wiry in the sense of a dwarf being like, after years and years, like, of oldness, he's wiry, but after years and years of beating the hammer, you know that he's like, could kick the shit out of any of you. You know, kind of thing. Like, he could still wrestle you to the ground. But,
He's a hard dude.
Yeah, he's a hard dude. So he's looking you up and down and goes, "Prove it."
All right. How?
Where's your portable smithy?
Gray's like thinking like, I'm uncomfortable with the energy I've created in the smithy today.
Farewell steps forward and takes off her hood. Leans forward. Taps her head. Tink, tink, tink.
What are
Hey,
you?
my friend here doubles as an anvil.
He kind of gently pokes the head and goes, This is crazy! I've never seen something that you build this!
No, I cannot say that I did. Hands off the friend.
I'm sorry, that's quite impressive though!
No touchy, no touchy.
I hold up one hand and just sort of, move my fingers like,
Is this
see, it's the
magic?
same material as my hand.
Did you
Can I
witch
please
this
just
thing?
get some metal? Can I please just get a bagel?
No, I did not bewitch my friend here. They became acquainted with me after the fact. So, is there any chance now that proven my knowledge of forgery that I'd be able to get some of that metal?
So, you made your friend or you didn't? I'm confused.
I roll
kind
up
of
one of my sleeves and I point my end of my fist away, like sort of in front of me, and I release the short blade.
Ooh!
And then
That's
I
quite
retract it.
impressive!
You
Alright.
can see I tend to make weapons and maintain the harness, for all parts of my party.
Alright, what kind of metal are you looking for?
What kind do you need, Gray?
Well, I'ma be honest, fam. What this armor is made of probably doesn't exist here.
Adamantium.
That exists here.
Unobtainium?
Can't get it.
I
Can't
don't
obtain.
I don't have an official name for it. So, what metal does he have to work with? Because I need something probably just hard, so not, no tin, no.
Alright, let's see. This is a mining town, so he does have tin. He has steel. He has silver. He's got platinum. He's got, let's see, iron, gold, electrum,
Ooh.
copper, bronze, brass, and
Psychic ore.
make a, since you're kind of being buddy-buddy with him, make a persuasion just make a general charisma check. Kavik.
Ugh,
See?
I was worried you were
See
going
how
to say
you-
Kavik.
Yeah, let's see how you do with him.
It's like as mentioned before, I sound like I know what I'm doing with charisma, but that's only because Jim kind of knows what he's doing. I need to be less charismatic. I'm sorry. That is a 15 minus 1 for 14.
Oh no, we lost you again. He
So funny.
leans over the counter and he looks at you all and he says, I might have an aura to mithril.
I think that'll do me just fine.
That will cost you though.
That's Kavik. That's a lot.
And so Kavik kind of holds up a hand and goes, might I inspect this mithril?
He goes under his desk area. There's a large
As soon as he's down
chest.
below, I just kind of look over at Gray like,
Well, I want to say what I always imagined. I never used the mechanics for it. Mithril ore is mined as a silver and black mineral in its natural form and became a shining silvery blue when it forged.
Yes.
I didn't think that they were gonna have it.
All right, so
he
I'm
looks
ready
around
to deal.
and he actually he'll go in the back because he wouldn't keep this up from him. He's gonna go in the back. You hear something. It sounds like he said a word, and then he's back. And he's got, I don't know how big an ore is, like this big, maybe softball size.
Like
How big
unsmelted ore.
Yeah.
Is it a bar or is it just a
It's just
piece
ore.
of
Okay.
a rock?
That
Yeah,
could
like-
Because if
be
it's ore, it's
any-
generally bar.
So we're talking, small cantaloupe size.
Small cantaloupe size of a like a grapefruit size of ore. Says this cost you a lot though.
And I look at it and I pick it up and kind of thump and listen to it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for this? Let's set it down the thing and wipe my hands.
Be careful with that.
It's too much.
2,500 gold pieces.
All right, so you'll be selling us the ore and the whole shop then?
No, there's any glimmer of camaraderie he had was gone. He's strictly business now. No, friend, this is the real thing. You can't beat this.
This must be
Straight from
Especially-
Mithril Hall.
I
Not
was
even from
gonna
this
say.
local mine.
So what are we paying the import tax to?
Import tax. Everything. You don't know how rare this is, friend, if you're not impressed.
It's
Especially
rare.
around 10 towns. We don't got nothing here.
It's not even forged. It's just a wee jagged piece of
I
metal.
elbow Kavik hard in the side.
Ah,
Now you're just insulting me. You don't know how
no,
precious this is. This is my
I'm
retirement fund. And more.
I'm sorry.
My entire
Let
family.
me let me take some time to consider it. In the meantime, I think we'll just do fine with some steel. Is that all right with you, Gray?
Would you be able to use some of what I have?
Of course.
Okay.
Sorry to didn't mean to cause any offense.
It's okay, friend. You just don't need to know these things. This is the real stuff. And he goes back and puts it away. And then he comes back empty-handed and says, how much of that will you be needing? Let's steal.
Mechanically, Gray is trying to upgrade from chainmail to splint mail. I don't know what Kavik's plans are. Splint mail is generally
That
200.
might be possibly, I guess, 7 to 10 ingots of steel, providing the ingot is yay sized.
Yeah, I would say that he would have ingots of that made. He only had the ore of the like the really precious stuff because he wouldn't even refine that. He doesn't want to do that himself. But I'm gonna say for just the materials for the split mail, it'd be about 100 gold pieces, because that's unforged. If you were buying a split mail piece of armor, it'd be about 200 gold pieces, but since you're just buying the raw materials, we'll say 100. But it'll take Kavik some time. You can't do this all in one day. It'll take you about a week. Maybe not even a week, maybe 3 to 5 nights. How about that? If you work on it every night for a couple hours.
Done.
Because I can use my tool creation thingamummy to make the tools I need.
I'm gonna say about 5 nights because we'll go with 4 because you're gonna be using the basic plans from the chainmail already and adding on to that.
4,
I think.
Yeah.
So we'll go
4
with
sounds
4.
reasonable.
Yeah, Gray is like just kind of implying like add on, like literally just stick more plates on me.
Okay. So we'll say 4 knights and 100 gold pieces.
I'll pay.
Okay.
I'll pay.
He takes
Do
the
you,
100.
do you want me to pay half of that there, Gray?
I need someone to work it. You're not paying on top of working.
All right.
I hand you, I sort of pull out 25 gold pieces and I'll give them to Gray.
And how about I offer the other half?
Aw.
How much is the other half?
I meant another 25.
Okay.
Quarter.
Okay. So I will just
half of 75.
Half of a half.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so I
So
actually
25, and 50.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a mighty nice lot of friends you have that'll be contributing to that. And he takes out a burlap sack and starts placing the steel into there.
Yeah. I think just the background music's got us all feeling kind of nice for each other.
Blackfoot's like, what?
You wouldn't know anything about that, but the background music kind of getting me a little bit.
I tap your helmet like, what's going on in there?
Oh no, he's been taken too.
Sorry,
He's so sensitive.
Sorry, I'm two people.
All right, let's get out of this shop before we go any more crazy.
Let's
Thank you very much.
We'll load that onto the sleigh.
We can just keep the metal in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have a bag of holding.
That metal be?
Yeah.
Total.
I think you can. I
reckon one of these things would weigh about 5 pounds. And we got 10.
Let me see how much. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know how much.
We know how much I know the bag of holding can hold up to 500, so that's what I was.
It'll fit in there. So, we'll go with what
I don't
Jim
really
said.
think we have much in there. We don't really have much in there.
Before you leave, he'll stick his hand out to each of you and say, "My name's Horgar. Please keep that a secret between you and us."
Your name?
No, what I have.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right. It's only for serious buyers. You understand?
I'll shake his hand and you kind of like meet, like Smith's hand to Smith's hand.
Yeah.
Like both of our palms are rough.
Yep, calloused. Yep. Give you
like
very
like,
firm
like a predator.
handshake. Yep.
Predator shake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I didn't know I didn't know anyone would even have it.
Speaking of which, Olgar, do you deal in anything beyond this? We've been encountering quite the elusive trade of valuable materials as of late. Do you know anything?
Not me. No. Haven't heard anything. Just know what I got. Keep my nose down around here and stick to my own business. Folks here don't appreciate everything that they have.
Sure.
But if you do
Can't
find
figure it out.
something, I'm your man. Alright? So you guys leave the shop. He kind of gives you a bow as you leave, and you're out on the snowy streets again.
Alright. That was the only business I was hoping to take care of in town.
And that's a good place to take our break for the night.
On God?
So, let us go to break, and we'll be back here for 5 to 7 minutes, and be right back. with you laughing and saying that, we're back live because that was really funny actually.
Perfect.
So that was someone clipped that. That was totally out of context of Jim just laughing at that. Please, someone do that. All right. So you are. All right. Yeah. Wait. Why aren't you going? There we go. Yeah. Just south of the Blue Clam, exiting that area. And where would you like to go next?
I'm
To the
walking
mines, I would
towards where the mines are. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
it's time to go to a mine.
Okay. So
Yes,
as
That's
you
my
Specifically the
best.
one that's been having
That
the
was my-
trouble.
that
Yes, the one.
That was my best Gimli impression.
First
Oh,
we're gonna mine, then Kavak's gonna craft.
Then we're gonna kill.
it's about 2 or 3 p.m. by now, just so you know. Because
Great.
you stabled the axe beaks, you talked and had a drink at the Blue Clam, and then you spoke with Horgar. So that's okay with you? You're going at 2:30 in the
It's fine
afternoon
with
towards the
farewell.
gym?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we'd be, munching on some, to-go rations or whatever we've got for
Okay.
our midday meal. So we're not too hungry.
So
Yeah,
three
I'm
of
good.
you,
I ate that berry, so
4 of you
All right,
think
yeah,
that
we had the good berry.
you did. You're sustained all day for that. So
Okay.
4 of you believe that there's some problem with the undead in the mine. I don't know what the other one thinks, but that's what
3.
well the 3 of you were told by Evander, so I guess that's 4 that believe that there's
yeah.
undead in the mine, and I don't know what Anji believes.
wait, what? No, the bartender
When-
told me and Evander both that there was some trouble going on in there because the mine was pretty close to the Underdark and they have people go missing there all the time.
Yes, but that there were
But there were
kobolds.
kobolds.
Yeah,
That crept
You
Evander was
didn't
just like
say kobolds.
brushed me. Evander had
Right.
forgotten at that point. He's just like, "There's something we need to
Literally,
fight."
that's Audrey.
Better.
Honestly, was just like,
So
there's some people who've gone missing. There's some gems and stuff. Let's go in and check it out.
All right.
4 of you believe that there's undead in the mine. One of you knows that I guess you know that there's the Underdark is involved, Anji. But yeah, so you all start heading your way to this gem mine down that lane that you see there. And let's get you over. Well, let's begin that. You can follow the trail, and you'll be there in about a half an hour on foot. It's
Alright.
a little too narrow to take the axe peaks, so you all have to go on foot.
They're getting a rest anyway.
And the entrance to the gem mine is an open tunnel and a hillside. Empty carts are parked near the entrance, next to which a crude wooden sign has been propped up. Written on the sign in charcoal are the words "Kobolds only" in common. If anyone wants to, they can give me an investigation check on the sign.
I will.
I'm pointing at the sign like
Sure.
I'm looking back at Evander and Angie. I'm like,
I said or something.
Say 17 plus 5.
I hold up my
for
communication card.
22.
Put
Okay.
back.
It looks like it's written. It says "Kobolds only," but it's written in like this elaborate calligraphy.
Hmm.
I don't know too much about kobolds, but I don't think that they're very good at writing. So I'm thinking that this has been written by someone who does not want any interference in the mines.
So what you're saying is it's not kobolds for certain in there. Could perhaps still be undead.
Perhaps, in any case, I think we can just ignore this sign.
Sure, I'm going in there either
Especially
way.
since the town is paying whoever to go in there. I think we're totally in the clear.
Right. Let's go on in.
At the edge.
I'm going to stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, on the edge, I'm going to stealth.
Go ahead, Gray.
Different party just.
Gray just wants to know, like, okay, so we are fighting things in here, though. Am I
I
taking
believe
out?
so.
Most likely.
Probably.
Go ahead and take that out.
He
all right.
will.
Everyone, get your mean faces on, and let's
He
go.
will-
Let's go fight something.
The mine
And
has
Evander-
Evander's gonna
Plenty.
Draw
pull
and
out.
deploy the sword staff.
the mine
Evander
is
pulls it all
super
out.
dark. Super dark. So let's get you in the actual mine.
Oh.
So anyone that is in the
Evander.
mine
The light.
cannot see.
Evander will light up for Gray, and then he pulls a ball out of the bag of tricks and figures out it's a weasel that he pulled out. Who his first command
Just
will
a
just
regular
be
size weasel, or
just a weasel, just a
Mm.
weasel. Will just be keep enemies away from 5 feet of me. That's his command is now.
Okay.
Eplin, you rose your hand.
I can also not see in the dark.
Okay.
Right.
So
So you have a.
I
on
will.
me.
I'll take out a. I'll take out a coin, and use my magical tinkering, to give it 5-foot radius of light,
Mhm.
and hand that to you, Farewell.
And I have a lantern. I've been given a lantern. I'll use a lantern.
All right. You all can you all see on this map now?
I can.
I
Okay.
can. Yep.
Okay.
I can.
There we
Okay.
go.
There you go. Farewell, you can try to stealth with a light source in your hand.
Well, it's a coin, so I'm holding it tight until I need
Okay.
it myself.
All right. I thought
And
you were
I'm
just holding
relying
it
on the others.
That's
yeah,
fine.
I'm holding it and relying on the others until I,
Sure.
get separated or something.
Sure.
So I rolled a. I forget. I'm gonna reroll.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I think that was better. Yeah, that's a 23.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Evander will bend down to the weasel and just ask, "Can you tell if there are others down here other than this party? Can you smell them?"
Do they advantage on perception? Yep.
Yes.
Go ahead. You guys are in a chamber now. Small chamber area right here. Which is right down 60 feet. So sorry, from outside you descended into this mine about 60 feet. Just slight grade. You would have been able to see anything coming, so it's not like you swift drop or anything. So but racks holding picks and hammers are nailed to the walls of this small cavern. The floor is covered with rock dust and tracks. So you can identify whoever wants to can make a survival check for the tracks, and you can tell me your perception check.
It was a 6.
Okay, they don't perceive much.
I'll try the tracks.
Okay.
14.
All right.
Survival check.
All right. So with that, you notice several different types of tracks actually. Reptilian footprints mingled with human tracks, as well
That'd
as
be the kobolds, right?
Yep. As well as a set of tracks that look like they belong to a pair of giant rodents. You're not sure where they go exactly with that roll, but that's what you can discern so far.
All right. We've got looks like regular boot tracks. We've got some something that looks a little scaly, probably those kobolds, and we got some ROUSs.
Yep.
What is that?
Rodents
Rodents
of
Unusual
size.
size. Like everyone
Interesting.
answers at the same time.
He's like, okay, guess I wasn't informed of the acronym party.
Yeah. That
I'm not
vernacular is
really-
used nowhere where I am.
I'm
We're
not
all
really
doing
telling
our
you.
Anji impression
I
right
was
now.
asked a question.
And then we
All right.
all get just like ambushed because Anji's just screaming about being left out of the acronym party.
All right,
That's why I'm
everyone.
stealthing in the back.
Yes. We've got a couple tunnels. How are we approaching this?
Which way did the tracks lead, Gray?
Do the kobold tracks go in all directions or one specific?
Yes, they fan out. Oh, they fan out actually leading to, yes, everywhere there. Sorry. Everywhere they seem to be going out. But the rodent
Okay.
tracks only lead to the the east and the southeast instead of southwest. Like south, south, southeast, and east. The rodent
Yeah.
tracks lead like east and southeast. The kobold tracks are all around.
Okay, so he'll say, kobolds seem to be going all over the place. Probably people too, but I mean the rodents all going that way, and I point to my left,
Yes.
as we would be coming into this room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's give it a try.
We
that
want to
side,
go
then.
towards the large rodents, or are we trying to avoid them?
Compared to a human track, how big of a rodent foot is it?
You've seen the rodents of the unusual size before. They're about the unusual size of Evander's when he throws a Pokeball out.
Okay. All right.
He throws a
Well,
Pokeball.
I would. If we're just supposed to clear this stuff out, and you said that people were going missing down below, I would say try and find whichever way starts to go down deeper.
Well, as we should keep in mind, that's for us to get paid. For Kavik to stop being harassed. We're here to find a crystal.
And for you to get some rest.
Perhaps even more important.
Well, if there was a crystal up in this part, since they mine crystals, this area is going to be all cleaned out. So deeper still is what I would suggest.
I agree. I think we should start by following the ROUS's tracks and see where that leads us.
Sure.
At least different. I agree.
All right.
All right, someone take
Follow
Gray,
me.
will you lead the way?
I will move to here.
Okay.
And I'll go second.
Okay, yeah, just give me a marching order. Yeah.
I'll be in the back this time because I'm the only one stealthing.
All right,
I think that's fair. Yeah. I'm going to stealth in the light in the middle of the party. Nah,
No.
that wouldn't work.
That makes sense in the dark, because then you can kind of follow where the other footsteps are leading you. So we'll make that.
Yeah, and I could see their light
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Who has a light on them, by the way? I forget. Right, and the other
I
crystals.
technically do, but it's in my hand.
The other crystals
and
are glowing
and I have
faintly.
dark vision.
Okay. Just so you know, the crystals are the crystal Charlatan amulets that you three have are all glowing slightly still in the dark.
Oh, mine's still in my pack, so
Okay.
I haven't noticed
yeah.
that.
I forget who's
If-
who's on it and who's not.
If I'm gonna be having the glowing Sims 3 crystal over my
Yeah.
helmet, then I don't care too much about the Charlatan right now.
Alright.
I want them to find me.
The floor in this east end of this cave is 5 feet higher than the west end, with a rocky ridge separating the two areas, except for slopes on either side. So I guess this thing is the rocky ridge, if you can see me ping that.
Yeah, I can.
Picks
I
and
can
shovels
kind of
lean
look
against the ridge. Small gem deposits in the ridge and the walls of this cave gleam seductively.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh my.
As in there's gems in the wall?
Yes, there are gems in the wall.
There's gems and then there are hills.
All right, correction. Maybe it's not been cleaned out.
Doesn't appear like it.
Kavik, you can give me an investigation check if you want.
I
Or
will.
just give me a general intelligence. Just give me a general intelligence check.
Oh, I'm better at investigation.
Yeah, but you are generally intelligent.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's a 19 plus 3. So
Rolling well.
22.
Nice. You see, pale green, blue, pink, red, brown, and black gems, and you realize that these are actually tourmaline. The town is named Termalaine, but this is Tourmaline.
Oh yeah.
So
Tourmaline is OU.
yeah, OU. So you see different nodes. There's like pebble-sized and acorn-sized. Some are flawed, some unflawed. So you think you could spend enough time, each of you, and mine the actual Tourmaline, but it would take time.
All this looks very interesting, but it's not what we're here for.
Do you want to take a pick? Do you want to take a pick to go just in case you need to mine out this actual crystal we're looking for?
That'd be a grand idea. I think I'll get myself a pickaxe.
Okay. You grab one from that's propped up against the cave wall, and you have that in your hand. It's sizable. Yeah. So you have that now. You can add it to your inventory.
Cool.
All right.
Is there actually a pickaxe, or is it like a war pick or something?
No, it's a pickaxe for mining the wall.
Okay.
It's not a war pick.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not. It just doesn't have any physical properties that would make it like a good weapon or anything.
Well, I don't know if you've ever seen a pickaxe.
Sarah.
Yes.
Since I'm leading the party currently, because we're not splitting up yet, would it be easier do you want me to move my token, or do you want me to tell you where I'm going and you move my token appropriately so I don't go too fast? And,
you can move your token.
narration?
I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay. So, if no one has anything that they want to do yet, I'll keep us moving.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just following you guys at the
Yeah,
back.
sounds good.
So, Gray, there seems to be only one way to go, so he'll
So
come
now
to,
you can see a split. Yep.
Yeah, he'll stop at the split.
So as you can see, one turns southeast and kind of goes off so it's blocked, and one goes southwest where you can see some stairs that lead down. Not stairs, but a rough grade that leads down. So, give me a perception check since you're first. And your weasel can give me a perception check too if it's up front.
Since it's a weasel.
16.
16.
Keep on forgetting I'm like a perceptive fighter.
With advantage for smell or no?
With smell. We smell.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Alright, so both of y'all, the weasel and the gray, you both hear the sound of water coming from the southeast side. Like over here, there's water, like a underground river running through there.
Okay.
The weasel suddenly like hisses slightly or makes a soft weasel screech or whatever the hell they make, and sure, and then it kind of like, you know how a cat raises its like fur and stuff like that? That's what the weasel does. It kind of arches its back and raises its fur. So there's definitely something down that tunnel that it does not like.
Careful. Something's abound. Perhaps danger, perhaps adventure.
Alright, well. This way seems to be going down a little bit deeper. I think I hear water on the other side. Don't know if it's going to be a dead end or not.
Well, you did think that going deeper would probably be better, but you're in the lead, so wherever you go, we'll follow.
Probably an unpopular opinion, but what we're looking for seems explicitly powerful and or dangerous, and perhaps that could attract other sort of dangerous things. I believe in us. We can take it. Seems like it's rats or underdark rats, whatever that would be. But as long as we're careful, sneak up, get the lay of the land, I think we can take it. I think that's the right way to go to do what we came here to do.
So towards the sounds?
The water?
The way the weasel said don't.
I suppose we could check it out. if it's a dead end, then we know where we're going next.
Sure.
Okay. So I
Be prepared
guess
for combat.
I will prepare for combat, holding up the my pole arm,
Mm-hmm.
and I will go
I will-
down.
I will take out my crossbow and hold it in one hand and get my cannon ready on the other arm.
Okay.
So Gray kind of presses up around this, presses his back up at the corner, and
Mhm.
then sort of comes around and holds it
He's-
out in front of him.
And there you go. Now you can see that there's a giant rat there.
There is a giant rat. Who knew?
Yep. So, If-
Do you want me to roast it?
it can kind of see you, so we're going to have everyone roll initiative.
All right.
It can definitely see you. As soon as you came past that corner, guys, except for Farewell, weren't being too stealthy, so it definitely heard you coming. Right around the
7.
corner.
All right, we have roll 20.
Initiative tracker.
I'd be interested to see if they
Oops,
are.
I forgot
just
to clear it.
aggressive.
So let me clear this, and then you can put your numbers on. Can you roll again and clear and put your numbers on? Sorry, guys.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Nate, I also. Oh my God, we all got 7s. Okay, I have a +3.
Well, but I actually got a 12.
Mine was a 6.
Wait,
So there we go.
You Alt? Nope. Shift.
Wow.
Why won't it let me?
Evander, what's your dex?
Break plan. There we go.
Let me check. I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll technically go before Evander, I think.
Technically.
Put in a
technically.
put in a 7 point.
I was gonna say, let me do that.
Like put in a 0.2 or something.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, you
Didn't know it did that.
You can, yes. And then this rat is gonna roll. They're just giant rats. So
The
you're
rat's
gonna roast them.
gonna roll a 37.
I don't know why it whispers these to me.
Hopefully it's not a pie rat.
CR20.
I think it's a
rat.
character sheet option, isn't it?
I think it's a character sheet option.
Okay. Let me see.
Maybe we
Hide.
can
Oh, hit
race-
die roll. Oh no, character sheet bio.
Maybe we can
Character sheet.
have a race, a rat race.
Oh, it is.
Top of our game tonight.
Insert rat joke here.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Where are the rats? Where are the rats?
God damn it, then I didn't check the
We
token.
pray at night. We stalk at night. We're the rat.
There we go. But let me roll from real life. They got 8, 10 plus 2, so 12. And a. Okay. They didn't roll that great either. So, descending. Alright, so. You guys didn't roll that great either, so farewell, you get to go first though.
What? No way.
Yep.
I'm at the back. I can't see. I don't know what's going
like
on.
bowling pins. Like, God,
Right.
what?
I mean, Gray came around the corner and he did say, "Giant rat, what do you know?" He did say that.
I suppose. It seemed more conversational than I don't know. So I'm actually just gonna chill at the back.
Nice.
Maybe move up a little bit.
Okay.
That's about what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stay in stealth and keep an eye out.
Alright, this giant rat is gonna run up to you, cause why not? It's a giant rat. And try to
Fair.
bite you?
It'll get a natural 20. Close enough.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
Bite for 6 piercing.
Ow.
Yeah.
Wait. Why does it hurt?
Mean. So mean.
Oh, sorry. I usually give players, Sorry, I should have done that. Evander and, yeah. So, Anya would have gone before that. But, yeah, there we go. So, sorry. I'll do that on my turn, but, let's retcon that, actually. You can go first. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
I give players, first turn if they roll the same as bad guys, so. You see two rats.
I see 2 rats before me.
Yes.
I'm going to... Because he really wants to see if he can do it. Yep. Okay. Let me count out. Gray will move forward a little bit
Mm-hmm.
to plug up this little area. And now that he's kind of sufficiently not in view of Kavik, I'm going to use my bonus action and unleash my Echo.
Okay. Oh yeah, I need to give you.
Unleash the beast.
I need to get a token for you for that. I forgot that you gave me that token, but I just didn't make it
That
yet.
is okay. You can also just duplicate my token, because that's technically what it is.
Okay, let's just do that. Oop. And we will put a little thing on here. We'll put a. What
Perfect.
color do you want to be? Your
Um,
echo to be. Besides the
purple.
fact that it's blackish. There you go.
Alright, so I can manifest it within 15 feet, so I will manifest it here.
Okay.
And as Gray makes an attack, standing here in front of nothing, the Echo mimics him.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack from the Echo to this rat.
A great kind of sparkle of shadow weaves up from the ground in this smoky kind of pillar. And you see a static image of yourself kind of just flipping in and out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this happens as Gray is moving forward, so he has that little glitch again, and as one of him stops running, another one of him continues to run and make an attack as if
Cool.
a version of him in a different telling of this battle went and did this instead. And I will try to hit with a 17.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. That's going to be, 13 points of piercing damage.
Like, I don't know why they make me run these rats in this mine. Could you just cleave through this rat? It is just gore. If I don't think your image can get gore on it, but if it could, it would just splatter all over it. It is hella dead.
Yeah, and he feels the ripple effect of the weapon reflect on his own, and he's just kind of like, I'm back.
Cool.
I will end my turn.
The giant rat is dead, so Anji it is your turn now. You are in the back, but you can move through your
Alright.
opponents.
Move through
I
my
mean,
friends.
through your friends, yeah, your friends.
Boy, do
What
I
a time
want
for
to do
a
that.
plot reveal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Anji was the enemy the whole time.
Let's see. You know what? There's literally, in my head, I'm thinking there's literally no reason for me to just shove my way through here and just get into melee with a bunch of rats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a step back. I can't even get line of sight on anything.
No, it kind of curves around. You can't see past the
Yeah.
wall.
You know what? I'll tentatively two, three. Okay, I'll stand here.
Okay.
What's the distance? Okay, that's plenty far enough, I think. I'm gonna just pop off a quick Eldritch Blast, see how it goes.
Alright, give me a roll on that.
Oh, that's gonna do it. That's a 22, baby.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely make impact with that giant rat there.
4.
4. So you
5 damage.
for 5 damage. Okay. So you nearly cleave this rat in twain, but it kind of grazes its ear. You look like you took a massive chunk out of its head and arm. But it looks pretty wrecked.
All right. Well, not bad for a pot shot. Who's next?
All right. It is Evander's turn now.
Well, seeing that happen, Evander's going to
You also have your
just
weasel.
follow suit. Evander's command for the weasel, he'll just let the weasel know. Stick to me, abandon the other command for now.
Okay.
And the weasel will crawl up onto his shoulders, and he will try and get line of sight.
Sure.
Yeah, so he sees that beautiful creature, and he's going to firebolt it. 18,
Yep, that'll definitely hit.
and that's 5 damage.
Oh yeah. So what Anji began, you finish, and you hit its other side of the head, and it is just between the force damage knocking it one way and then the firebolt in the other direction. It's just destroyed. So that's the end of that. I'm gonna delete those.
Yeah.
All right.
And Evander's not necessarily trying to continue any movement past that.
Oh, you're out of encounter right now. They were.
Oh.
Yep. So
That was
you
it.
ended that.
Oh, because Gray sliced the one in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kavik is so eager to get into the fight that he kind of like John Wick combat rolls into the space and is pointing his scorpion around like, but all the rats are dead and he just kind of like hangs his head.
Oops, that's bad. No, that's
Not again.
I would like to look at the weasel. Was that seriously what the warning was about, or was there something else?
Are you talking to the weasel?
Yeah.
Can you talk
The
to
weasel.
weasels?
No, it's mostly for my own satisfaction than anything else. You ever talk to a dog?
Okay.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I,
Dogs right there, talk to her all the time.
as Kavik rolls in, I dismiss the echo.
Okay.
Have it just and just dissipate back into the
Glitch out.
shadows.
Okay.
I've seen you do this
Easy.
before, though, right?
No.
No,
No.
I've kept it. The person who's seen was when I was, because you were going freeing guards when I
Right.
had a little tease of this.
Yeah, I think I'm the only person that's seen almost every, except this most recent event.
I saw a glitch when we were fighting the Duragars.
Yes.
But no one asked.
No.
Honestly,
Alright.
in this crazy world.
Everyone's a little weird.
Well, good to know that we're not Rusty, Miss Anji, Vander. Shall we continue back the other way?
I'm sorry. I'm just saying that this is just an underground river that flows through the far side of the cavern, which is supported by natural stone pillars near the water's edge. So that's what that is. Yep, that's it.
How big does the opening look to the south?
It looks pretty narrow. Let me just see if there's anything.
It's not like a passageway or open. It's just sort of through rocks.
It's very. Let's see. North.
It looks like to me, where I'm standing, it looks like a vein that's mostly just for the water to flow through.
That's
Yes,
what
and
I'm wondering.
you'd hear
Okay.
you can. If you're all gonna gather in this room, I'm gonna say you can give me a perception check. If you want. You might be a little far out right now, Farewell, but if you want to gather in the room, you can give me one too.
Well, I mean, it depends if people are moving into the room, or I'm not sure people are just not moving tokens or what's going on there. So
I got a 15 perception.
Yeah, Kavak's in here with me. I think we're just kind of like
17 for me.
clearing
Okay.
it.
So you hear
Yeah, and I got a 14.
you guys hear the rush of water, and then you would hear like maybe not the crash of the waterfall, but you hear like the rush of water before it goes over the edge, and not necessarily the crash of it hitting the ground. You'd hear the rush of it flowing past air, like whoosh, like it's going somewhere in the south direction towards the little entrance kind of thing. Not entrance, it's only like 2 feet wide at best. So
What about this alcove up here?
oh, that's nothing. That's just a little dent in the wall. Nothing particular there.
All right. Well, this room was a bust.
I thought it would probably be a dead end. Can we can everyone just do like a quick about face and then like load backwards up where we came a bit and then we'll reline up and then I'll
Like a-
go down the
like
other
a-
path. Yeah, just kind
Like
of
a
like
K-turn.
You look and
Yeah.
Farewell's already gone.
Okay. Yeah, can we just do like a little bit of like a 3-point? Okay, cool. Thank you.
The full party K-turn.
And then we will realign ourselves, and I will go down the other path, that was leading down
Okay.
with the like natural stairs.
This is 7 feet down. Just in case you want to know an arbitrary number. It's a 7 feet down. So it's higher up top than it is to the floor. And you can go into the Oh, it's like a ledge. Sorry, the ledge is on the other side. As you look in, you see that other side. That's a ledge from the upper side.
That's a
side to the bottom.
7-foot tall.
Yep,
ledge.
so as you're going down, you see a ledge on the other side. So you see benches and tables that are set up as workspaces where miners clean any gemstones they find. Gravel and pebbles are strewn on the floor. Scattered across the floor are a few hammers, picks, and broken lanterns.
Does it look like the gems and stuff have been like pilfered through, or does it look like the miners left like in a hurry,
Or we're just kind of messy people.
or just kind of
unorganized.
generally messy?
Give me
Yeah.
anyone that wants to give me an investigation check that is thinking in that vein.
Kavik,
You
what
betcha.
do you think?
Kavik?
I think if I were thinking of a number, it would be 18.
So you would notice that it looks like the miners were forced to leave this area in a hurry because maybe the kobolds showed up and drove them out. So that's what
Okay.
you would notice. Also, you see, as you search around the cave, a small figurine of a dog carved out of rock with 2 pebble-sized tourmalines for eyes.
Oh,
Of a duck or a
Look,
dog?
Dog.
look, Gray, it's a wee doggy.
Aye. It is.
I
Are
think
you
I'll
gonna-
keep that, and I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I mean, sure. It's not the thing that you're looking for, so I don't know why you'd want it.
I just admire the craftsmanship.
Yeah, it was pretty well crafted.
You can even see like the wee fur.
Yeah, it looked really nice.
Are we done admiring toys? I would love to sleep.
It's not a toy, it's a collectible. Okay, we'll keep going.
It's a collectible. It's still
a
in the
collectible.
box.
All right. We've got one more tunnel. I'm gonna guess that the ledge loops back up. Stack up
Aye, to the
to the south.
Alright,
I
you
did
can
listen.
go another like 15,
Angie,
20
where are
feet
you?
south. If you want.
I like
Anji.
I'm sorry, I snuffed my lantern out when we hit those giant rats and I seem to have gone blind. I don't know what my roll 20 is frozen up. So you can just move me.
Okay, I'll move you to there.
You can just.
Alright.
Thank
move.
you. Oh, there we go. I can see now.
Oh, I think you might have walked into a wall.
Maybe.
Okay.
Alright, so as it loops around, Gray, and you start to hear the sounds of a massive waterfall. So what you heard as a whooshing in the other room is a pretty much a loud waterfall. You must yell if you want to communicate in this area.
I can't mouth things either.
Yeah.
That's true. I'll motion to you. Just keep going.
I will keep going.
So everyone else, as you turn this route, you see a giant waterfall. And then you guys see wooden planks and struts form a walkway along the wall of a seemingly bottomless vertical shaft.
Oh.
A narrow waterfall cascades down the northeast wall, and the sound of rushing water is loud in the confined space.
For those that haven't reached it yet, look in the Discord.
Oh, I can't look in the Discord. Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Great.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Gray wants to just do a quick, like, with my weapon, just like the butt end of it. How if I like hit the ground, are these planks stable? Do we need to go like one at a time across these?
You can make it across. You know that these were used by miners right now.
Okay.
Recently. But give me an investigation check since you're purposely doing that.
Okay.
Can I assist him and give him advantage?
No, you're not quite there yet if he's doing this. Through the
12.
planks.
Okay.
Sorry. 12? You look down and you thought that there were just planks, but through the slats of the planks, you make out the shapes of... This is ridiculous. I will not show that. Wait, I can't show that either.
Oh. I'm like so like...
I'm
Two
intrigued.
kobolds sawing at the planks. So it looks like it would take... Looks like it would take maybe another day for them to get through there.
Are they like underneath?
Yes.
Is there like
the
a
planks, or are they
hanging?
on top?
No,
They're, like,
they are
hanging.
hanging underneath, sawing away up top at the planks to try to make them inaccessible for people.
Kick 'em.
Not so covert.
Well, no, but we can't hear it because of the waterfall. It's because I saw them. I just happened to look down through the
Right.
planks.
Right.
So what do you mime back at us, or do you shout?
I'm not gonna try and mime sawing. That's
You
not gonna
must.
go out.
You
That's
must.
not gonna go
you
well.
must put it on the internet now.
Bone
No.
saw is
No, you know what? I am. I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna give a hearty like, hey!
Everyone can give me a
Hello?
perception check. I don't know why there are two on these. I'm gonna
Hey!
delete one of
Hey.
these. There you go.
No, I super can't see anything.
Oh, because I deleted the wrong Anji. Because there are two of them on there.
I got an 18 first perception.
I got a 20.
Okay, you guys can notice. There you go.
Oh, I got a 14.
You can all hear Gray trying to say something. Anyone over 17 can hear him though.
And I was trying to yell at the kobolds. I don't know if the kobolds heard me.
Oh, the kobolds. Okay, let me hear. Let me see if they can hear. Woohoo.
What's it you want then? We're trying to sort this off.
I saw this.
You mind?
I've got a work order here. I'm just a working stiff like you.
They hear you.
You
They kind
know
of
how
stop what
little
they're
they
doing in the
pay
middle
us.
of what they're doing and look up.
Didn't think I'd get this far. I thought they would hopefully get scared and run away. How far down are they?
They're just hanging on to the top of there. Like they crawled over and are hanging. They're only like they're holding on to the actual top of the...
I'm going to
walkway.
point the end of my blade at them because it has a 10-foot reach.
Mm-hmm.
Just like stab in between the planks.
They're frozen. Alright, they reluctantly come out from under and make their way over the side and climb over.
Finally, while holding my blade over them, basically, this is what Kavik sees.
He's kind of like shrug, like, what are they doing?
Well, if they did they leave their saws, or did they take them up with them?
Let me see. They would have left their stalls.
So Gray will. I guess I have to yell this. They're sawing the damn supports for the planks. We could have been trapped down here.
And I kind of look at him and go,
Give me 1 second. You guys can roleplay, but I'm so sorry. My dog needs to go out.
okay. So I gesture at him like, do we kill them?
I mean, they cut.
I'd like to squeeze up like right beside, like flat against the wall up beside, because I want to know what's going on.
Anyone talk?
And I'll turn and using some of the sign that I created for you, I'll signs like bad guys cut wood.
I sort of peer over, like trying to make them out.
And then I'll sign kill, and then the question sign.
The kobolds kind of look at you, Gray, and they like look very sheepish. Like,
Sheepish lizards.
yep. Let's see, what do they do?
Look.
Evander will invade Gray's mind real quick. He'll form a link, and he'll say, "Hi, I guess I haven't done this yet. Do you want? It's me. Obviously, who else would it be?
Got it.
Do you want me to talk to them? Figure out what they're about. No one can really talk out loud here."
That is exactly what I wanted, because I'm guessing none of the miners have been able to get any deeper because of these guys, but they might know where the gem is.
They don't appear to be particularly hostile. In fact, they look kind of scared.
Scary.
I'll check in with them and try to, I guess, mime to my best what they're saying to the rest of you.
I will gesture for them to kind of back up a bit, just so that more people can. Oh, I stepped over the edge. So this one, I would like to gesture for him to move, like to the space to the right, just so more of the party can show up.
And Evander kind of taps on the side of Kavik just to let him push through so he can get to the front with Gray.
Yeah, now more of you should be able to come in here.
You got space now.
And then he will he'll connect then with the kobold in the front who's got a sword pointed at him. And will ask just, what are you doing here?
Getting rid of bridge. Planks.
Wow.
Saw.
Were you told to do this?
They look at each other. Yes.
By whom? I could throw you into that.
Trex on us here.
And who is this Drex? kobold like yourself.
He has wings like dragon. Trex does.
He
Trex
has
smart.
wings.
He speaks like human who knows a lot. He doesn't speak dragon no more.
And he wants to cut off access to this area.
Trex says miners want their mine back. Trex wants something better in return.
Is there anything powerful on the other side? Anything that you know of?
No food. No food of mine.
Any shiny things? Crystals?
Many shiny things in the wall. Not here. Water. Lots of water.
Do you know what this Drex wants? He wants to close off the mine, but why?
Trex said we'd be safer here than outside in tundra. Frozen. Cold.
Sure, but if he's a smart humanoid, he can be quite warm inside of a tavern. Is he mining anywhere else? I can't imagine he's just sitting back and making you saw this bridge off. He has to be doing something.
Trex smart. He's smart now. He does stuff.
This is Dylan smart now. Did he?
Was he not smart before?
Trex like us before. Now he speaks human tongue. Now he's smart.
What made him change?
Jam.
Could you perhaps point us in his direction? Could you lead us there, even?
Do any of you speak Draconic?
No.
He whispers back and forth in Draconic with his friend, and eventually goes, "You not kill us."
Well, I can promise you that if you don't lead us, we will kill you.
Okay, seems fair. And they point here, and around there you can see a like you can barely glimpse sort of a another landing made of wood, a platform made of wood. And they start to go in that direction.
Wait.
Okay.
Sorry, that wasn't it, Sarah. That's Sarah
Okay.
being like, wait,
Yeah.
sir. Oh wow. Woo.
Ooh.
Oh, Ron
Gray.
Danny.
I am
Great.
so-
No, sir. No, sir.
Evander. Will Evander fill me in on that mental conversation?
Yeah, Evander would seeing them walk, would switch the link back to you and would try to just spark notes. All right, there's this dude named Drax. He's apparently smart now. Something probably happened. They were just told here to get rid of this bridge. I told them that we wouldn't kill them immediately if they either pointed us in his direction or led us there.
Smart is worrisome because we don't know these tunnels. They could have traps. They could just lead us right into one. Why don't you tell them that we actually only need one of them to be able to be led to their leader? And if one would like to point out if there's any traps, then that one can be the one that gets to lead us.
Oh. All right.
Wait, you guys are
What do
shouting?
you
Oh no,
suppose?
sorry, it's Mind Connect. I was like, wait a
This is-
second,
sorry,
that's a
yeah,
lot of
sorry.
words for shouting.
No, this is
I
all in the
forgot.
brain.
Mine-
Yeah.
They've mind melded.
Would you
Yeah, I
What do you
forgot.
suppose the other does?
Leave it up to their imagination. I want to see how they. I want to see how they act. If they eagerly just lead us forward, we could be being led into another pitfall trap with another bottomless waterfall cave. So
Sure.
light and fast.
I'll probably in the future, if I can take point, then I can perhaps try and yell for you to be able to hear the conversation as well. I fear perhaps the back of our party will have to trust us and be blind, but it's as best as we can do.
Give them a message.
And then the two kobolds had walked back towards that other landing, or are they still right there?
You said wait, or Greg said wait, so they didn't move.
And then Evander will just shout that same thing. I'm not going to shout here, but actually, we only quite need one of you.
They hug each other.
So this one you're shouting out loud?
Yes.
Off into the pit,
Mm-hmm.
in a 15-foot cone, Kavik
What?
thrusts his arm out and fires a 15-foot cone of fire just into the air. Just to kind of add some intimidation.
They hold each other and shake even more and start whimpering.
I know Drex can be intimidating, but I assure you, you do not know pain as I do. Could you perhaps lead us towards him? And mind you, if there are any traps, anything which would do us harm that you know of, well, you had better point them out. It is, I assure you, in your best interest.
Yes. And they look terrified, and then they both run down to the landing down here.
Okay. Gray turns back and kind of gives a little thumbs up, and he'll shout, "A little fear goes a long way sometimes." And it's kind of awkward to yell that, but I will follow after the Cole. Or Evander, do you want to switch to the lead, or do you want to go like right behind me?
I would rather be behind you, Sir Gray.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
As you reach that, you can obviously see a wooden pulley system that has been constructed around a large hole in the floor. A bucket big enough to hold a humanoid is held up by thick rope. 3 alcoves next to the lift contain wooden boards and mining equipment. So basically, you're seeing a platform that 2 small humanoids, or creatures, or 1 medium creature can stand on at a time and be lowered into the darkness.
Okay.
It's an elevator.
It's a 1 person at a time elevator.
That's not good. Oh, is it still super duper loud?
As you round the corner, it gets quieter, but if you're still in the chamber that's the waterfall is going down, yes, it's still super loud. So
after we round the corner and we see this elevator, right?
Yeah, it's basically a bucket
that
can be used as a crank. Rope. Yeah, by using a crank inside the bucket or the crank inside of the pulley that's over there, you can raise yourself or lower yourself one at a time.
I do have a strange thought. How long do you think it would take for this elevator to reach its destination?
Evander will shout to the 2. How long does it take for this to arrive where you would wish us to go?
Let me see if they know.
That's 6 rounds.
What? Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so... This actually depends on how much my character knows about what a bag of holding does.
Oh, no.
Give me just a second just to roll an intelligence check for fun.
We can't all fit in there, though.
Andy, are you small or are you medium?
I'm medium,
Okay.
but I'm thinking. Because, God, me and Evander could fit in there. We're probably the smallest and skinniest people in the party. And then the
But
next
you still count as a
two.
medium character,
Yeah.
so.
It's one medium
Oh, we
or
can't
two
fit in the
small,
hole?
right?
Kobolds are like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
No. I mean, in the bag of holding.
Oh.
This is a bad idea. I think we should just
If you're
go
gonna
down the list.
if you're gonna put someone in the bag of holding, I would say it should be the person who doesn't need to breathe, but that person is not going to agree to be put in the bag of
Yeah.
holding.
You're super right.
I'm just saying, we could all
Look.
climb in and get
Dave,
out
I
before
think-
we run out of air.
Dave, I think that's a non-starter. I think we ought to just take the lift.
No, but I'm saying the lift problem is that only one of us can go down at a time.
Yes,
Yep.
but one of us can make sure that they communicate through me beyond even line of sight. So, if I go down, I can communicate to whoever's up here, or if I link with someone and they go down.
Even if you go down and get into trouble, how do you suppose we get down
Here's-
to you?
So here's the thing. If everyone got in the bag of holding and then one person held it, and then that person got in trouble, everyone dies.
But that's assuming that the trouble the person gets into is a immediate kill shot to the face. I mean, I don't think that's entirely going to happen.
Unless
That would
it's like a
probably affect
trap door and you just fall through the bucket. I don't know.
I agree with Farewell. Let's just start going down the lift.
Is there, DM, is there any
I can
like
go down it, and then if I die, you can
handholds
do
or
it.
stuff along like this passage down? It's the only way down that
It's this
that Evander
bucket.
can even comprehend of. Whoa.
Look, I said that I would lead.
Oh, you know what I can do?
What can you do?
Maybe. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just think really quick about magic and all things mystical and make sure that I know the text on this correctly.
Are you flipping through your manual?
A little bit. Yeah, I pulled my book out.
Hold on, I think there's a clause about this. Subsection F.
If encountering subterranean
Elevator shaft.
elevator or escalator, turn to
okay.
page 623.
Oh, okay.
Can we see the bottom? If we say shine a light straight down?
No, it's right now the bucket's there. You're standing
If
like
I moved
in the
it,
bucket.
is there any way, if I move the bucket up
takes
or
up the
down, can I see the
entire-
bottom?
If it reaches the ceiling, if it goes up so it blocks the entrance down, and if you lower it down, you can only see the bucket or the person inside. There's no. It looks
Okay.
dark, but that's all you can make out.
Is the underneath the button? Does it feel or sound like it's just like a straight shaft down, or does it open up underneath the
Give me a
planks of
perception
wood?
check.
Yeah, because we can assume the
We
depth
found
is
our
at least.
greatest adversary.
I mean, we can
And-
assume the depth is at least comparable to the bottomless pit in the past room.
That's a 19 for
right.
perception, trying to peek through the planks.
So you would say that there is at least let's say there's about 15-20 feet between this level and the next level. You can hear a landing or there, but you're not sure how far it goes beyond that.
Look, I can go.
And this elevator, it's practically a bucket, and then there is a rope which is attached, and then a pulley system above.
Mhm.
The limitation on size is mainly due to the physical size of the bucket. Does it look like the actual supports, the pulleys, would support the weight of another
This is
person
Nate
just on the
talking,
rope
not
itself?
Evander, because you're physics smarty pants, by the way.
This is true.
But you would know that it would support.
Sarah called you.
Yeah. Okay.
There.
So,
That's honestly that's what I was
Roasted.
thinking too. So
Okay. So it would. It just looks like it supports the weight of one medium person. It doesn't look like it could support the weight of like many people going down it at once. It was meant for one person to be in the bucket and lift himself or herself and then up or down with the
Look.
pulley system.
You guys wait here. I said that I would go first. So I'll do this. And if it's fine, it's fine. Evander can check in with me.
And we are, just so you know, still linked for the next hour.
All right. I will step into the. I will retract and like sheath my weapon. He steps into the bucket and he goes, and puts a hand on either side, and he's like, okay.
Who's gonna there's a pulley in the bucket and then there's a pulley on the outside of the shaft. So is someone gonna take the one on the outside of the shaft and try to lower him down with that pulley?
I didn't
Farewell
know
will
if the
do it?
kobolds were doing. Okay, farewell.
Oh, farewell.
Farewell.
I mean, I can. I mean, I'm
Okay.
not weak.
Yeah, Gray will just give like a quick thumbs up, and then he goes back to putting his hands on either side of it.
Yeah, I start lowering him down.
I think you're about to take off with a tower of terror, dude.
I
And-
start examining the pulley system.
And as we have Gray being lowered slowly into the darkness. Yup. Squeak, squeak, squeak all the way down. By the rope. That's where we end our session, yay!
Yeah.
I'm so
I'm dead.
mad. Let me put all of us in the bag. That'd be
Maybe
so
later.
fun.
I will use my nat 20 that I didn't use to convince you that that is not a good idea.
No, okay, so but it's like one person goes in the bag, you get 10 minutes of airtime, so 10 divided by 4 is like over 2 minutes would
We
be
wouldn't all fit.
fine.
We wouldn't all fit. It's only 500 pounds.
We can't all fit in it anyway.
Everyone
I'm
get
not
naked
going
and
in
get
the
in the
bag
bag.
of holding.
How about this, Anji?
That's a
You
weird
won't
weekend.
sell my soul
Anji, we'll put you in the bag,
Sick.
forever.
and then at least 2 people can go down. No.
That's also
Okay.
reliant on the person who's outside pulling each person out.
I trust all of you implicitly.
Uh-huh.
You should not.
Bad.
You absolutely should not.
How much gold do you have on you?
Oh, I don't know.
Actually, wait, you give a lot of that away.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if I'm dead next week.
I did give myself a reason to be poor.
Now, it's the time of night where we like to end one of our players a, natural 20 to use for next game. So if anyone's in chat or anyone in our game has someone to nominate, please do so now. A lot of excellent roleplay tonight, so.
It was pretty good all around,
Yep.
y'all.
It always is, though. This part sucks and is great
I
at
know.
the same time.
I love the Kavik roleplay today.
Yes, I was gonna say Kavik too.
He
You
needed
were
some
too-
help, but once he got
you
there,
were-
it was good.
You were pretty. You're pretty good at role playing a man having a breakdown.
Yeah, he did have
no,
one of those.
No, no relation.
Okay.
No
Yeah.
experience.
No, that was really good. Let's see.
Yeah.
In chat we have honestly Anji for the bag idea, brilliance, and I think y'all should do it.
Oh!
No,
yes!
no,
Hell yes!
Victoria.
No,
Vic
Victoria.
is
No.
trying to kill
Oh,
us.
and then Kavik's RP was great. Thanks, Victoria.
Kavik's RP. was
Yeah.
great. I'll go for Kavik.
Let's go with Kavik this time.
Aw, thank you guys.
So we will
No, you can
move
either
this-
use that natural 20 or you can use it to give me a natural 1 when I say your name wrong.
No one,
that magically
no
down
one
there.
has missaid my name in quite a while.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll have you know that Farewell has never said anybody's name wrong.
This is also true.
Perfect score.
What the hell?
Perfect score.
Perfect all around.
Batting 1,000 over there, and
All of us in that room. Wow, we can't talk to each other easily. This is so annoying.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Yeah, Farrell was actually quite enjoying that, seeing as
Miss-
you dealt with that.
Mr. Money.
So thank you, and oh, Anji gets the troll vote. That's funny. So hey, next time you're in someone's own establishment and they show you a piece of real mithril ore, don't try to talk them out of it. Don't try to talk them down, because guess what? That's expensive AF. So please keep that in mind, and yeah. Just add your proficiency bonus if you're trying to talk them down, and don't be negative in charisma. All right.
That or's their mortgage.
Or that too.
Good
Good night,
night.
guys.
Good night.
Night.